What if your cat is trying to warn you and you are missing the signs? One day, your cat is acting normal. The next, they stop greeting you at the door. They hide under the bed. They suddenly become aggressive or strangely quiet. And many cat owners make the same mistake. They assume it is just a phase, but sudden behavior changes in cats are rarely random. In many cases, your cat is not being difficult. Your cat may be in pain, stressed, scared, or trying to tell you that something is seriously wrong, and the sooner you notice these changes, the better chance you have to help them today. We are talking about sudden cat behavior changes you should never ignore and what they could really mean. Cats are masters at hiding discomfort. It is part of their survival instinct. In the wild, showing weakness can make an animal vulnerable. So even inside your home, many cats will suffer quietly before they show obvious signs. That is why small shifts in behavior can be a very big deal, and for people who truly love their cats, learning to spot these changes early and make all the difference. 1. Suddenly hiding more than usual. If your cat suddenly starts hiding far more than normal, do not brush it off. Some cats are naturally shy. That is normal. But if a social cat suddenly disappears into closets, under beds, or behind furniture, that can be a warning sign. Hiding can mean pain. It can mean fear. It can mean stress. And sometimes it can point to illness that is already progressing. Cats often isolate when they do not feel well. A cat with dental pain, stomach issues, arthritis, urinary problems, or even fever may start avoiding people and staying tucked away. And sometimes the trigger is emotional. A new pet, loud visitors, home renovations, a move, or even a change in routine can make a cat feel deeply unsafe. The key is this: if the hiding is sudden and unusual, pay attention. Your cat is not being antisocial. Your cat may be overwhelmed or hurting. 2. Sudden aggression or irritability. A cat that suddenly starts biting, swatting, growling, or hissing should never be labeled mean too quickly. Aggression that appears out of nowhere often has a reason behind it. Very often. That reason is pain, a cat with a sore back, joint pain, an injury, dental disease, or internal discomfort may lash out when touched. And to the owner, it can feel confusing. My cat has always loved being petted. Why are they acting like this now? Because something changed. Sometimes the aggression is fear-based. Maybe your cat heard a loud sound, smelled another animal outside, or had a frightening experience they have not recovered from. In multi-cat homes, redirected aggression can also happen. One cat sees something stressful through the window and then attacks the nearest cat. Or even a person. When a gentle cat suddenly becomes reactive, do not focus only on the behavior. Ask what might be causing it, because punishment will not solve pain, fear, or anxiety. It will only make your cat trust you less. 3. Changes in eating or drinking habits. One of the biggest red flags in cats is a sudden change in appetite. If your cat suddenly stops eating, eats much less, or shows less interest in treats they normally love, that is serious. Cats are not like humans. Even going without food for a short time can become dangerous, especially in overweight cats. Loss of appetite can be linked to nausea, dental pain, kidney disease, infections, stress, digestive issues, and more. On the other hand, a cat that suddenly seems much hungrier than usual can also be signaling a problem. Increased appetite can sometimes be linked to hyperthyroidism, diabetes, or other health conditions, especially in older cats. The same goes for drinking. If your cat is suddenly drinking far more water than normal, or barely drinking at all, that should not be ignored. Changes in thirst can point to kidney issues, diabetes, dehydration, or fever. Cats are subtle. They rarely make dramatic announcements, so when their eating or drinking habits shift suddenly, that is often their quiet way of asking for help. 4. Litter box changes. Few things matter more than sudden litter box changes. If your cat starts peeing outside the box, straining, going more often, crying in the litter box, or avoiding it completely, take it seriously. Many owners assume the cat is acting out, but in reality, litter box changes are often medical before they are behavioral. urinary tract issues, bladder inflammation, constipation, pain, kidney problems, and stress can all change how a cat uses the box, and in male cats especially. Urinary blockage can become a medical emergency very quickly. That is why a cat who keeps going in and out of the litter box produces little urine or seems distressed needs attention fast. Even poop changes matter. If your cat suddenly has diarrhea, constipation, or stops using the box normally, it could mean digestive distress, dehydration, pain, or illness. Your cat does not understand that peeing on the bed or rug makes you upset. Your cat may simply be associating the litter box with pain and trying to avoid it. That is not bad behavior. That is a distress signal. 5. Becoming unusually vocal or unusually silent. Some cats are chatty by nature. Others are quiet. But when a cat's normal voice pattern suddenly changes, it deserves your attention. A cat who suddenly meows more than usual may be trying to communicate discomfort, confusion, anxiety, hunger, or loneliness. Older cats may vocalize more due to cognitive decline, hearing loss, or disorientation. Some cats cry at night because they feel confused or insecure in the dark. Excessive vocalization can also happen with pain, thyroid disease, or stress. But the opposite matters too. If your usually talkative cat suddenly becomes very quiet, that can also be a sign that something is wrong. Low energy, pain, weakness, or emotional shutdown can all make a cat less expressive. The important thing is not whether your cat is loud or quiet. The important thing is whether they are acting differently than usual. Cats thrive on patterns. So when the pattern changes, listen. 6. Sudden changes in energy levels. If your cat suddenly becomes lazy, withdrawn, and less playful, that is not always just aging. A drop in energy can be caused by pain, fever, stress, digestive upset, heart problems, or other hidden illnesses. Maybe your cat used to chase toys every evening. Now they just watch from a distance. Maybe they no longer jump onto the couch. Maybe they sleep more and interact less. These are easy things to miss because they happen inside ordinary life, but they matter. And then there is the opposite. Unusual restlessness. A cat who suddenly paces, cannot settle, startles easily, or seems unable to relax may be stressed, uncomfortable, or medically unwell. Hyperthyroidism, pain, anxiety, and neurological issues can all affect energy in different ways. In short, if your cat's normal rhythm suddenly changes, do not assume it means nothing. Cats do not waste energy on dramatic behavior for no reason. 7. Changes in grooming habits. A healthy cat usually cares a lot about grooming. So when grooming habits change suddenly, it can reveal a lot. If your cat stops grooming and begins to look messy, greasy, or unkempt, that may suggest pain, obesity, arthritis, weakness, or illness. Cats that feel sick often do not have the energy or comfort needed to groom properly, but overgrooming is also a warning sign. If your cat suddenly licks one area obsessively, pulls out fur, or creates bald spots, it may be caused by allergies, skin irritation, pain, parasites, or stress. Sometimes overgrooming is emotional. Cats may self-soothe through licking when they are anxious or unsettled. So whether your cat is grooming less or grooming too much, the message is the same. Something may be off beneath the surface. 8. Acting clingier or more distant than normal. A sudden personality shift is something cat owners should never ignore. If your independent cat suddenly becomes extremely clingy, follows you everywhere, and refuses to leave your side, it may be because they feel vulnerable. Cats often seek comfort when they are unwell, stressed, or frightened. On the other hand, if your affectionate cat suddenly avoids touch, stops cuddling, or seems emotionally distant, that can also be a sign of discomfort. This part is especially important because many owners take it personally. They think, "My cat is mad at me." Usually, that is not the truth. Cats do not suddenly change their emotional style without a reason. And when that shift happens fast, it is worth investigating. Your cat may not need space from you. Your cat may need help. So what should you do if you notice one of these sudden changes? First, do not punish the behavior. Punishment may stop a symptom for a moment, but it does not solve the underlying cause. And in many cases, it increases fear and stress. Second, look for patterns. When did the change start? Did anything in the home change? Is your cat eating normally? Drinking normally? Using the litter box normally? Moving normally? Third, trust your instincts. You know your cat better than anyone. If something feels off, do not ignore that feeling. And finally, contact a veterinarian when behavior changes are sudden, intense, or paired with other physical symptoms, because the biggest mistake cat owners make is waiting too long and hoping it will just pass. Sometimes it does, but sometimes the behavior change is the first and only early warning you get. Cats may be quiet, but they are always communicating. Sometimes not through meows, but through changes in routine, mood, appetite, energy, and trust. And when your cat suddenly acts different, it is never something to ignore casually. It might be stress, it might be fear, it might be pain. But whatever the cause, your cat is counting on you to notice if you love your cat. Pay attention to the small changes, they can reveal the biggest truths. If this video helped you, subscribe for more honest cat behavior and cat care videos made for people who truly want to understand their cats.